The role of movie critic feels so antiquated these days. With information and opinion so wildly accessible, it's more jarring than ever when the critical feedback doesn't align with the audience's perception. And nothing proves that more than the response to the Mario movie. When the embargo lifted, critics lined up in troves to prove to everyone how little they understood about the source material.
When could Mario turn into a cat? I guess, like, if you're into furries?
There's no consolation about seeing these terrible movies. The moviegoers have to pay to get into the theater, but I get paid to sit there, and then I get to give them lousy reviews.
Sometimes entertainment doesn't have to be good in order to be good entertainment. And it makes you think about why we even give these sites our attention. What is the point of keeping around an outmoded system? Well, because people online say even dumber shit. The hard truth is that the Mario movie is not a good film. Just like how the Mario games will forego plot in order to prioritize tight level design and mechanics, the Mario movie drops all character development to instead focus on jokes and references. It's a lot like Tomb Raider, you know? It's not going to change your life, but it's fun, and if any deliveries fall flat, you can just look directly into Daddy's eyes and know that everything is gonna be okay. I'm sorry, what are we talking about? I guess my point is that I loved watching this movie, but I understand where the critics are coming from. However, that's not always the case. If you want a crash course in people being wrong about kids stuff, look no further than the Scooby-Doo franchise. Over and over, people will pass on some of the most interesting interpretations of this show, and it breaks my heart every time. It's one thing for critics to pan something and then for all of us later to realize we didn't give it enough credit, but I think it's so much more revealing when the internet grabs its pitchforks and rages against something before even seeing it. When Teen Titans was rebooted on Cartoon Network with a more playful art style, it didn't satisfy people's feelings of nostalgia, and the internet freaked out. Teen Titans Go is one of the lowest rated cartoons on IMDb because so many people review bombed it 10 years ago, despite it honestly being a pretty great show. And the movie is really good too. Creating pseudo-intellectual arguments about something you've never seen is the exact reason why the video game market is so IGN gives literally every major release a 7 or higher, all implying that the game is worth your time. Even a game as unfinished and buggy as Pokemon will walk away with a 72 on Metacritic. And that's because it's easier to write a vaguely positive review than to deal with the fallout of a fan base that is too insecure to hear anything other than praise. Before Cyberpunk even came out, one reviewer had cited that the bright flashing lights had given them a seizure, so then the gamers sent them videos and images with flashing lights, all with the purpose of triggering another attack. And just ignoring every aspect of how f***ed that is, the more you push back against basic criticism, the more you invite every game to be broken and buggy, every TV show to be boring, and every movie to be a remake of something you've already seen before. And it's hard to have a legitimate conversation about this when a lot of people just want to drown out the space with their benevolent moaning. When Jamie Lee Curtis won Best Supporting Actress, people were up in arms claiming that the Academy was biased and that she did not do the best job. And I didn't see the majority of these films, so I can't tell you what does or does not deserve a trophy, but by doing this, people are centering the conversation of artistic neutrality around the Academy that nominated Boss Baby for Best Animated Picture. And I understand the frustrating truth of the real-world effects of what does or does not receive awards, but a trophy does not have to define how much impact something has on you. There can be this obsessive need online to validate your opinions, the need to give yourself a justified reason why you like something and others don't. Idiot profiles will argue about made-up scenarios in their head to galaxy brain justify why they don't have to listen to someone. But their points are often so bad they end up strengthening the system in place because they're creating a conflict where only one side is grounded in reality. We are constantly being exposed to people's thoughts and opinions in a way that is not natural to the human brain. And it's true, you can go way too deep into the rabbit hole of just let people enjoy things, because there's plenty of people on this earth that weren't bullied enough for their stupid little thoughts. But you also don't have to rationalize every opinion you have. If you're going to sit around and wait for a number on a screen to tell you if your opinions are good, then it sounds like you don't like movies. There's nothing wrong with wanting to be popular or part of the in-group, but if you spend your time relying on the internet or anybody else to punish others for your own insecurities, you will never learn to think for yourself. And I can't help but feel a little stupid for having to make this argument in defense of a movie that was made by people whose most profitable idea was the Minions. But, you know, God damn it. So, I guess to wrap up, Tomb Raider is a 3 out of 5. I thought it was pretty good.